thing that made me depressed was the fact that a lot of people said a lot of people said a lot about me giving birth through C-section. Like, I don't understand how people think. I don't understand how people reason. Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I love you so much. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, you're very welcome. My name is Oluchi. I'm a YouTuber based in Asaba, and I film about motherhood, lifestyle, music, relationship, family. So guys, today I want to share with you guys my postpartum depression. My postpartum depression. Um, okay. So I before I got pregnant, before giving birth, I've heard about postpartum depression, but I didn't really understand how someone that just gave birth, you know, to a baby that's supposed to be a blessing, a beautiful little mini you just gave birth to this beautiful baby and you are depressed. I didn't understand. I thought maybe it's not supposed to be like, it's not normal, it's not right, as in, I don't know, but I didn't feel like that is even possible for someone to get depressed after giving birth, holding your beautiful baby in your hands, and then you are depressed and all that. I did not believe in postpartum depression until I gave birth. So I've not really shared my labor story, how I gave birth to my daughter, on this channel. Maybe I'll do so one of these days. I don't know. I can't promise. But then I gave birth through cesarean section, emergency C section. So um, I think after giving birth to my baby, one 1 week and some days, almost 2 weeks, I did not produce breast milk. I wasn't lactating, and this thing got me so worried. Like, I was so worried. I was feeling bad. Like, you see me, I will start crying for nothing. I'll just start crying because of that, because I can't breastfeed my baby. I will just start crying, and then the nurse will tell me, don't worry, it happens to so many other women, it's not your fault, it's because you're a new mom and that. But I wasn't having that. Like, I felt like I'm failing my baby. I just brought a baby into this world, and then I cannot feed the baby. I cannot even carry her. Even if I'm carrying her, I can't carry her for long because of the pains I'm feeling. So I was really depressed. I just cried a lot. I cried a lot. And then I think I gave birth on Thursday. So on Saturday I was ready to go home. Like, the doctor did not discharge me, but I told the doctor I needed to go home. I wanted to go home because I felt like if I go home I'll be more relaxed. Seeing that I'm in my house, I'll be more relaxed. So I really wanted to go home. So they discharged me that Saturday. I went home on Saturday. On same Saturday evening, in the night, around 12, after 12, I started feeling pains, serious pains, that they had to rush me back to the hospital. That's midnight. And going back to the hospital, my mother-in-law went back to the hospital with me, and then my baby, And on that bed, after giving me all the medications, I started crying. I cried throughout that night because I was like, my baby's supposed to be sleeping right now. My mother-in-law is supposed to be resting, and my husband is supposed to be resting, but I'm becoming a burden to them. I saw myself as a burden. Like, I remember I used to say this thing then, that I thought that I would tell my husband, I thought that um carrying the baby was the stress, that when I give birth, I'm going to rest from all this stress, I'm going to just relax. But now I realize that it's even getting worse. I used to say this a lot, and then my husband would console me and be like, it's okay, don't worry, we are here for you, and all that. And then after everything, they discharged me the next day, which was on Sunday. I went home. My baby will start crying in the night. I don't have time to sleep well at night. I don't sleep well at night. With the with coupled with the fact that I'm also having pains all over my around my where they did the CS. I was having pains. I couldn't sit well. I couldn't sleep well. I can't walk well. Nothing I could do. I could not do anything. And then my baby will be crying. Why are you crying? Crying for, I don't understand, crying for no reason. And I'll be so depressed, like I am tired. So I remember I said this a lot of times, that I'm tired. I am tired of all this. I just want to rest. I just want to sleep. I just want to rest. I was I was so bitter at myself. I was so bitter at everyone around me, except my baby. Except my baby. And you know, at that point in time, the only person I drew strength from, was my baby, was looking at my baby. At that point, if I look at my baby and I'm like, I need to get well, I need to recover quickly, I need to, I need to be a mother to this child. You understand? So she was the only person I could draw strength from. So, and I that is why you know our English name is Yahira. Yahira, which means strength. God's strength is an Hebrew name. So I think my husband was the one that first told me about the name. He told me about the name, but I did not. The name was nice. It wasn't popular, but I didn't like it like that. But then when I was passing through all this, that was when I decided that this is going to be my daughter's name, because she is my strength. So she was the only person that I could draw strength from. My husband was very supportive, my mom was very supportive, but looking at my daughter's face, I wanted to get well fast. And then I think around this time also, with everything I was facing with recovering from the CS, then not being able to resume school, because even before I gave birth to my baby, I was I had missed lectures for like 1 whole month. I didn't go to school because I was heavily pregnant, so I didn't go to school. I didn't bother. I was like, okay, if I give birth 3 4 days, I'm going to like resume school. But then I didn't know I was going to give birth through C-section, and then seeing the fact that people are going to school, lectures have been going on, I've missed out in a lot of things, tests will soon start, and I was not going to school also made me depressed again. I was crying. I cried for different reasons. I cried because I could not breastfeed my baby. I cried because I could not take care of my baby like I should, because I was going through pains. I cried because I was seeing myself as a burden to other people around me. I cried because I could not resume school like my mate. I was missing out in a lot of things. I cried because I could not even rest. I could not sleep well at night. My baby was always crying and disturbing. So all these things put together made me, I was very depressed. I was very bitter. So I could remember that during this time, I think the day I was rushed to the hospital, the next day, which was on Sunday, that I was supposed to come back home, the day before, that's on Saturday, sorry, on Saturday, my husband told me about their family friend, a lady that is coming to Asaba for an interview. So uh, um, I was like, I'm not sure I need anybody in that house right now. I don't want a visitor in the house right now. I just want to be with my daughter, my husband, my mom. That's the only people I want around me right now. But then I thought about it. If you don't allow uh, the person to come, you know how we Nigerians behave. Don't allow the person to come, it will look as if you are a bad person, or you're a wicked person. So I didn't want that, so I agreed to it. And she came on Sunday, the day I was discharged. She came in the evening. I welcomed her. I wasn't that friendly to her. I don't know if she understands, but I feel like she will not understand what I was going through at that point. I wasn't friendly to her. I was, I just wake up in the morning, good morning. If she comes back from work, and good morning and good afternoon, welcome. That's all we talk about. I would not even ask her, how is the interview going? Now are you enjoying us? Talk deeply with her, even if we are not close. But I was always, sitting on my own, being on my own, and I felt like she will feel like she's not welcome. But it wasn't my fault. I was going through a lot that time, and I did not want any visitor in my house, but I had to do what I had to do. And that is it. And then another thing that made me depressed was the fact that a lot of people said a lot of people said a lot about me giving birth through C-section. Like, I don't understand how people think. I don't understand how people reason things. But I got a lot of talk from some people that when you tell them you gave birth through C-section, they're like, you lazy sha, so you know fit push. I'm like, what? Is it about pushing? I don't. That made me feel so bad. I felt so bad about, people judging you that you could not push your baby, and that was why you gave birth through C-section. I felt so bad about that. My giving birth through C-section was not as a result of not being able to push my baby out, but because I was not fully dilated at the moment. And this my labor pain has been up to like 9 hours. I've not dilated yet. I think I was at 3 centimeter at that time, and there's no way the baby could come out. They checked the baby and found out that the baby was already getting weak. I think they call it fatal distress or so. Please, if I didn't get it, correct me on in the comment section. So that is that is the reason I gave birth through CX. So they had to do an emergency CX, not because I couldn't push. And it pisses me off that a lot of people, they hear that you give birth through CS, and they are thinking that this person is lazy, this person could not push. Hearing that from a lot of people at that moment, I felt so depressed. I felt depressed. I wouldn't even lie. I felt so depressed. And I think I cried a lot of times. A lot of times. Sometimes I will just wake up in the night. I wake up in the night, I will sit down and start crying. Sometimes I especially when I resume school, when I finally resume school, my baby will wake up in the night, would cry, disturb. Sometimes I had to stay up till like 2 3 before sleeping, and I'm supposed to wake up. I have an 8 o'clock class in the morning. You see me in the morning, I'll feel so tired, so worn out. Nobody knew what I was going through. Even me, I did not know that it was postpartum depression I was going through at that moment. I didn't know that it was postpartum depression I was going through. I think it was after 3 or 4 months after my delivery. That was when I knew that what I went through was postpartum depression. So when you see people when you see people on the internet, around you, after giving birth to a baby, let's say like 1 month later, they're like 1 week later, they are coming out and they are smiling, they are carrying their baby, they are dressing and coming out looking nice. You don't know what they go through. So I was like, I did not understand all those things. I thought maybe after giving birth to my baby, I'll just, be free, be happy, no problem, no cause to worry and all that. But it wasn't like that for me. I passed through hell after giving birth to my daughter. But I am not trying to scare anybody. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to scare anybody. Um, Babies are beautiful thing. Babies, they are gift from God and they are beautiful. They are I don't know how to explain it, but I know very much that I love my daughter. I love her so much. So I'm not trying to say it's not right for you to have a child or scare you from having a child. I'm just trying to tell you what postpartum depression is. Just trying to share my own story with
For
you.
people that are passing through postpartum depression is that you should speak out, speak up, tell someone how you feel. It could be your husband, it could be your mom. You know what, just talk to somebody. Don't If you cannot see a counselor, just talk to somebody. You can even talk to your doctor. Tell somebody how you feel. Don't bottle it up. I think that was one thing that helped me. I was always talking to my husband. If he sees me crying and asks me what is it, even if I don't know how to explain it, I just find a way to tell him how I'm feeling, explain my feeling, explain everything I'm feeling. And he encourages me, you know tell me not to worry, that everything is going to be all right. And then another thing is, try to be around those people that loves you and those people that you love. It will really help you. Try to be around those people that loves you and those people that you love. And then, you know that's it basically. That's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you learned something from my story. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you will know whenever I post a new video. Comment. I want to see your comments. I love to read your comments. Comment, like, share my video. God bless you. Stay safe. Bye.